Hi, today is the World Speech Day, and we are looking at thoughts that make a better world. There's something about the human race that insists on making or improving without really figuring out whether we are in a space, whether we are adequately. And let's not go to that space. So, what do we mean by better? When we're talking about better, we're talking about safer, we're talking about more comfortable, we're talking about a more pleasurable experience, whatever. But even the smallest change in an ecosystem would have very far reaching effects which we don't even think. So let's not go to that space. Let's just look at very simple things about in our immediate environment. So if I were to deal with a situation that needs bettering, that means that needs to be made either safer, more comfortable, more pleasurable, what would it be? Now these situations could either be emotional situations, or they could be situations, they could be experiential, or they could be transcendental. So something that isn't going the way I would like it to go. I would want it to be different, which would mean it is more comfortable for me to deal with. So let's focus on any one, just an experiment. Take a deep breath, relax, close your eyes, take another deep breath, and focus on your current emotional status, something that you're not comfortable with. Okay? Now, the emotional status that goes with it. So, how can you shift this? How can we improve this? So, either I'm going to tell a few words, see which word you respond to. You could learn from the situation, you could grow in that situation, you could enhance something in that situation, you could expand yourself, or you could analyze and reason yourself, you could build something new, you could repair what's there, you could renew, or you could redeem. When you realize that it is negotiable and that negotiation is within our realm, the shift occurs. So instead of focusing on who is responsible for the downfall, what if we were to look at a thought process that said, okay, here's where I am and here's where I need to go. I don't care why I'm here or who is responsible or who has put the impediment that has kept me here. I see how can I cross that impediment and go further ahead. The shift will require me to learn, to grow, to enhance, to expand, to analyze, build, repair, renew, or redeem. Fair enough. So I automatically shift to a better space. When I am in a better space, instead of a reactionary mode, I shift to a productive mode. Now there's another form that is of making the world better. How do we do it? We think of extra protection. And this protection is essentially coming from a survival instinct. I would do everything that kept me safe. Alright? But we have now, as social structures have grown, as herds have built, we have become protective to the extent of ownership. I protect what is mine. And by default, I would start protecting things that mean or which are relevant to me. And how would we look at it? I mean, objects can be taken care of. But the protective instinct when it comes to people, how do we show it? There is a nurturing quality. We nurture somebody. We make life better for people when we do all these nurturing. We reassure somebody who needs reassuring. We could encourage somebody who isn't very confident. We support somebody who requires help. We show a lot of love, affection, and concern when somebody is in pain. We appreciate people when they do something that transforms our space. All these become these are small gestures that could alter the space, the environment we are in. When we to appreciate somebody or something, we do need to go into that space. We need to open our hearts, we need to be non-judgmental, and sometimes probably even take a risk. Then there is one other aspect which also helps us to make the place a better, which is very paradoxical that in this world, in this time of social networking and social media, we are talking about a very huge disconnect. So we need to reconnect. We need to extend. Now, when we talk in terms of connect, we are talking about an emotional connect, we are talking about a community connect, we are talking about an inner connect, and all these come from a space of inner conversation. These inner conversations are dictated by the thoughts that we attract. How do they become relevant? There are thoughts which are free flowing. You could listen to any conversation. It's like the six blind men who were trying to describe an elephant. Each one of us pick up that one single thing that resonates with us. So, thoughts flow in the substrate, whatever. And we attract thoughts that resonate with us. Why do they resonate with us? Because we have an emotional connect with this. Now, I take in this particular thought, there is an emotional connect which creates an energy pattern. This pattern goes outward and manifests as a behavior. But it could also turn inwards and either enhance my physiological and psychological being, or it could cause trauma. Either of that could happen. And that is where we step in. So if I want to create a better world, this space is what I need to address. So how do I address it? I address it by addressing life. Now, life, that sounds rather, it sounds irrelevant, doesn't it? So let's look at life not as something from point A to point B, but look at life as happening. It has an entity of its own, an energy of its own, and if that life is manifesting in a particular way in your space, that is life communicating to you a better thought or a better way of life would be to take a deep breath and experience stillness. Stillness gives us that focus that we need to iron out, that inner conversation that we need to address, that stops us from getting agitated, that allows us to look at the larger picture, that allows us to connect with not only other humans but also other living creatures. It makes us that responsible living creature who does connect with the greater environment. See, thoughts in itself, they have a possibility. They can shatter us or they can transform us. Now, a lot of people say thoughts are corrupted by language. But the other way around also happens. Language can corrupt thought. At the end of the day, it's all in the words. If I am going to consistently think and focus on what is not occurring in my life, then I am going to attract more of that. As a reaction, I'm going to put out more of that. So I would just request everyone to just do the small exercise. Take a sheet of paper and make 3 columns. In the first, we put in everything that's not working for us, that makes our life unpleasant, uncomfortable. Just focus on that and list it all out. When you're done, shift to the next column. Put in everything that's working for you, everything that makes you happy. Finally, go to the third column and put down everything that you're confused about. You done? Now let's look at the first column. What we do with the first column is we bless it. Why would you bless something that you don't like, something that you're not comfortable with? Very simple. If it's a person who is making your life uncomfortable, then can you imagine the extent of whatever that feeling is that person is carrying, that it's flowing out from them to you? So we bless them. Situations are bad. We bless that situation. So whatever is excess, unwanted, gets flushed out. The second column, we say a grace. We give a gratitude to the universe for. Very humbly, we thank the universe for it. The third one, we say a prayer for, to seek that clarity that is required. So, on the World Speech Day, here's my thought on making